What's up, crypto kids? Play to earn, blockchain, all my friends. How you doing today? Today I'm coming at you from Rebel Bots. Going to do a little overview, talk about the opportunities that are here now, opportunities to come, all that good stuff. Rebel Bots is a badass game. Well, it will be. Currently, there are multiple layers of NFTs and all that stuff to get involved in and learn about. And we're going to go through a little bit about it now. There are a lot of other videos out there that you can check out to get into some deeper details. But, going deep into the game won't really make too much sense as the game's not there and available. So we're just going to hit the parts that I feel like. So there's all that. So why play to earn as opposed to like some new DeFi protocol? Well, a lot of these DeFi protocols take zero time, a couple months and a Master Chef remake, and boom, you got yourself a DeFi protocol and, with a team that calls themselves serious and long term. But when you think about a real detailed game, especially when they're trying to create an in-depth badass game, anything near AAA or close, something that's not like grabbing chickens, moving them into a chicken coop, or it doesn't look like it came off of the original Atari. Those games may not take too long to make, but a real game like if we just stick with like Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty, they use a different studio pretty much for almost every single Call of Duty release. Each of those releases takes about 2 years to make, to get all the lands and the images in the background, get it all set up, ready to go, be able to have your weapons and all that good stuff. So what I was saying is, like, all that time and attention to detail, all that investment, that's actually a lot deeper than most DeFi protocols or crypto things in general, right? Unless you're like some blockchain releasing an L1 or similar. Yes, those take years and years to develop. And a lot of these games take years and years to develop, or at least a couple years, And if you're working with a studio and you got a bunch of different minds working on it, and you got, a clear plan with people who know what they're doing and some serious dedication and passion behind the game, you can cut those time frames down. But you can't get rid of them altogether, right? You still have to meet those barriers. You still got to go to the gaming conferences. You still have to acquire the talent. You still have to create the NFTs, create the lore. And lore is like all the characters and the story and all that stuff behind the game, just for those not aware. And all that takes a while, right? You can borrow it from books. You could do all sorts of different, a lot of different ideas for where you might come up with the lore and the backstory for your game. But all that has to be in development. All those things have to happen, and it's not something that can just happen overnight, right? It's not some new trading bot we claim to be working on forever, but here's a way to make money that isn't actually a way to make money, and it's really just a big way to lose some money in the long run. So why are these games better? Because, or at least at this current state and time, and majority. And the reason is because all that time and attention it takes to get into them, the art, the research, the development, the networking, all that, development makes the creators, who are usually out front and doxed, which is not always the case in a lot of DeFi protocols. It makes them, they're more vested, they're more invested in the game and what happens. And, if you think about the size and scope of gaming, right? Gaming last year outdid like Hollywood and sports and everything like combined. It was like the biggest sector in entertainment, and people love their games. And there's more and that's going to go on. This is actually, with this Rebel Bot and your NFTs that you get, you are actually able to get into multiple games. And the ones that I kind of am attracted to are the ones that are doing something with their original NFTs, like their Genesis set where that becomes the most valuable set, and that becomes like the Bored Ape Yacht Club membership style returns, which is very similar to what we have here at Rebelbots, right? So you have multiple layers of NFTs. You have NFTs that are the different parts of these bots, right? Like this head, and these are like your lowest level NFTs, and the bodies and the legs, and you can swap them out and trade them out, and there's going to be a garage, and those will be like the bots that are battling in the specific games. There will be a few different games for those as well. But then even bigger than that, you have land NFTs that are specific to the, the game in specific, and you'll be able to do all sorts of different stuff by owning the lands, having different places to, make Xoil, and we'll get into the lore in just a minute to where all that makes a lot more sense. And I'm saying Xoil but it's really Xoil. You can say it however you want. So those are different, a whole nother level of NFTs with these battle bots, the parts, the lands, and then above that you have like this ownership class, right? And this ownership class have their own NFTs, and those are very intelligently placed on the Ethereum blockchain to where all the rest of it, from what I understand, is all going to be Polygon. So if you go to OpenSea, which is the biggest marketplace, and here's the thing, if you're going to create an NFT game, you want your NFTs to, that top level NFT, you want it to be rare and collectible and all that good stuff. And so OpenSea is the place to purchase these, Genesis NFTs, or these land hoarders. Some people call them lords, and they're very cool, and they look like this, and they're basically, these are non-playable characters. These won't be in the games. These are the people who own the lands where all the games and battles and all that takes place, right? So let's get into the lore just a little bit so all this will make sense. So you have these bots here, right? These bots started on Earth, Fremont, California to be specific, which is funny to me. And there was a bot there who made the leap, and he tried to tell a joke to his owners, and he was just a standard like household, do your chores type of bot. And all the bots that were created were basically created to alleviate, terrible things that we don't want to do, mining, picking cotton, whatever it might be, right? Cleaning. That's what the bots did. So this one bot tried to bridge the gap and create humor. Well, that scared the crap out of everyone, and they decided to destroy and get rid of all the bots, because these bots are obviously dangerous. They got your children, they can do anything they want. Well, the bots kind of started to come alive and all this good stuff. And then there was wars. They created a resistance, and we went to war as a human race against these bots. Now, these bots don't age, but what they do need is oil. Oil stops their joints from rusting, and just like Wizard of Oz, where Dorothy grabs the oil can and oils up the Tin Man. These guys kind of like that. They need oil, and that's their big currency. That's what they need the most. Well, they determined after a matter of time that they weren't going to be able to stay here on Earth, and they created their own spaceships, and off they went to cruise the galaxy. This happens over time, and find their own place on Earth, or find their own place. So they ended up on this planet Holium, right? They flew all around, and they finally found this planet that had something like oils called this X oil, and it's actually much better oil than what we have. Like one drop of this would be like, hundreds of drops of regular oil. And, so one little drop probably lube up your arms for a good long time. Well, this stuff became more and more scarce. There wasn't as much as they thought on the planet. And so these bots, they started getting real tribal and creating lands, and like, don't get my Xoil. This is my X oil over here. You stay over in your land. And they started having wars and battles. And then that created like, a pastime of battling bots and, having games and all this. And so there's wars, there's games, you can rent lands. It's very, very interesting, and the lore is super deep, right? And, yeah, so there's that. There's going to be an adventure mode. There's going to be multiplayer modes that has like a card aspect. They say it's quick to it's like a hand drum. You can learn how to basically play very, very quickly, but in order to master it, you can take it as far as you want and become a super expert. And that's how their card game is going to be, something you can master, but also something you can pick up very quickly. Now, there's 3 different types of these battle bots, right? So again, we have the NFT bots you don't play. They look like this. Then outside of that, you have your lands, right? And those are NFTs as well. And they will look like, let's see, where's the lands? They look something like this, right? They got all sorts of different aspects where you keep your spark, you store your Xoil, have your places to build the bots, all that good stuff, right? You need a land in order to battle it out. You're going to have some of that. So there's all that. Now, with these bots here, these battle bots, you can create these as you want. And there's 3 different classes of these bots. And these are kind of your lowest level NFTs. And these will be the ones that, probably they'll have their own marketplace. So for the lords, which are those, the ones on OpenSea I showed you, those live on Ethereum. All the other ones are going to be on their own marketplace. So these you buy in ETH, but all these other ones you will purchase with, with the in-game currencies. So here, this is really cool. So this is like an engineer bot, I believe, and you can switch these parts around and you'll be able to like buy different bots and do different stuff. And the head determines what kind it is, and there's 3 different kinds. Unlimited fighting bots. As a player in the Xoil Wars or Xoil Wars, you'll need to build and control a team of fighting bots. Each fighting bot is built with 5 different parts, which determines his unique abilities on the battlefield. There are 3 classes of fighting bots: military, industrial, and engineer bots. So depending on what head you have, and creating the best combination of fighting bots in a team, each with unique parts, will give you the best chance to succeed in battling, increasing your MMR and winning season rewards. So each one of these bots, like I was showing you, you can change them around and see what the different parts are and all that right here. But also, just to kind of go over the rules, whatever the head is determined the class of bot for the rest. If you get it to where all the parts are one kind, they will actually have a bit more power, or there is added benefit or some reason why you're going to want to do that. Like I said, you can't play the game as of now. So all these bots will be done, and all these NFTs with the parts and the lands will all be done on the in-game marketplace and all that. But the big NFTs that people are going to want to collect are these ones here. This is OpenSea, as you're probably very familiar with. Here, I'll buy one of these in just a minute and show you that, and I'll show you why I'm buying the bot I am and why I'm choosing it, which a lot of, I haven't seen a lot of people do that. So over here on the white paper, as long as we're talking about these, layer 1s, these Genesis bots here, right? These Genesis bots here, their rarity is very important. Now, OpenSea being the crap platform that it is, very little information. It works for what it is, transferring and buying and selling NFTs and charging fees. But like, why they don't give rarity scores right up here in the corner, and there's a lot more information that they should be giving, in my opinion. Okay, so the rarity on these is extremely important, like crazy important. Okay, what you'll notice here is with these rarities and with the bots that the rarities kind of flip. See the number total lands in tier, how many lands are in each tier, number of lands in the kingdom, rarity, and this rarity right here is what matters, right? If you could get one in the 4,000 levels, and these get really expensive, you try to get up into these, 100 rare, 1,000. As you go down, the rarity is a lot less, right? So you got 9,000 for this one, 10,000 rarity max. Now look here. This percentage is how much of like passive income you're getting from the different lands, right? And from everything that's happened, from the battles, from all the different stuff that you get. This is your percentage here, which goes up based on rarity, as well as the different lands in your kingdom, the lands in each tier. And you see it kind of flips here, where they have 1,300 lands in tier. This has 10,000 lands in tier. And then it maxes out here in the middle with 19,000. I think that this level here, getting one in the 1,000, this is yours golden, right? You're getting 25%. You got the most amount of lands in the tier, and then your number here for the lands in kingdom is on the high side. Of course, these are not cheap bots to get into those ones. So there's all that. You kind of want to judge what that, what you're doing there. Now, as long as we're talking about this OpenSea, you need to come here, Rarity Tools, right? Rarity Tools is where they should have this built into OpenSea, but they don't, is where you can look up these different bots and see what their rarity is. See this rarity 4,755. So we could go over to that chart we were just looking at and see what we get for that. It's right here in the 4,000 ranking, right? And with that, you get the number of lands in the kingdom, 16,000 total lands in tier, and your revenue share is 15%. That's pretty dang good, right? 15's way better than 1% or 4% or 6%. And these ones here are a lot more affordable, right? Currently, these floor ones here are going about 0.3 ETH. I imagine all these will be well over 1 ETH when this game launches, but on the other side of that, people who were into this a lot earlier were picking all these up for like 0.02, 0.01, and they're the ones who are selling them on OpenSea to you now for 0.3, right? Doubling their money, or 0.5, or whatever it is, depending on where you are. But this ranking here is what matters. Now, how do we find that ranking? Let's go through that real quick. Okay, and I just went and did the rarity rankings on all these bots here until down into this range. These two bots here are more where I'm looking to get for my best bot. So let's look at this. Let's look at this one here, right? Now, I see people that couldn't find this on the rarity tools. Cut out the zeros. And the hashtag. Don't put that in there. That's why one person couldn't find it. Okay, so 433, right? We'll look up this bot. Come right over here, come to Rebel Bots, just type Rebel Bots into the drop down, and then add what the bot number was that it was, what was that one? It was 433. So let's check out 433. Press look up. There it is. This one has a rarity of 5249. So that's pretty good, right? 5249. It's 0.42 ETH. And so what you want to do is find the one that is in your price range where you're getting the lowest rarity number, or the lowest amount of ETH, right? So let's look her up. She is 0.429 ETH, and her number is 9829. Let's see where she fits in. 9829. I've already done this, so it won't be surprising to me. 9829, look up. She's doing great. Oh, I pulled the wrong one, but his rarity is 500. Wow, that would be a great bot. Killer tattoo on the neck. All that stuff gives more rarity to the bot. Here, we can look at that here real quick. See, here you have the punk jacket. Only 1% have this trait. That's great. Crazy eyes. 5% have that trait. Ethereum symbol. Lots of them have that. Blue metal. Lots of them have that. Soldier hat here. That's 3% only have that. Olive green. What is this? Olive green background. That's only 12% have that. So you can go to kind of seeing that. You want as many ones as you can, but that's a terrible way to go about choosing the rarity. The rarity was best just to type in this number into rarity tools and simply finding out exactly what the number is. So here we go. 9829. I don't know what I typed in. Not close to that. There we go. 829. Okay, we'll look her up. And she is sitting at 4,661. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What was this guy at? 1629. I like him a little better. He's got the rebel jacket. 1629. Let's see where he's at. 1629. We're going to look him up. Hopefully he's in the fours as well. He is 4755. She's a little bit more rare, but not enough to really, at that point you can just kind of judge it based on cosmetics. Because this is Rebel Bot, he's got the little anarchy symbol there and his rebel jacket, a hat. I think I like him a little bit better, but it would be nice to have a girl to, people might want to join your lands that you have this redhead chick, right? And she is a little bit cheaper. She's 429, he's 43. But I think I'm going to go for this guy here. He looks like a promising individual, and we'll come back to that in just a second. Let's go finish going through the game. So I think you understand what's going on here. We have multiple games going on. The first one's going to be that battle game, Axie Infinity style with the cards, where it takes a little time to learn it and lifetime to master it, all that good stuff. And then there's going to be open world games and all sorts of stuff coming on, and you're going to be able to use your bot or your playable character or your ownership in the multiple different games, and I think that's cool. The white paper is pretty damn fantastic. I've read it a couple times, and it's really worth the read. There's a lot going on here, and we'll be going over it more in depth. So, what I've done is there's lots and lots and lots of games out there. There's some mad-ass, beautiful AAA games that are coming out. But for me, I want to get into a few of the good games that are really backed by big players or backed by amazing outfront teams that have some sort of Genesis NFT built in that is getting all the airdrops, right? So just by having one of these, you get automatically, you're going to get a land in your kingdom with 3 bots just for this. Now, you can go and purchase those. Let's go through the Twitter right now because there's a lot going on and we should, knock this out before we go. Okay, Earned by Gaming. He's play to earn news and all this, 29,000 followers. He says, new prolific pick. Guess who just joined the RebelBots army? You all know what the next step is, right? Buying land to offer many new scholarship positions in this new upcoming play to earn game. We are building our own kingdom. Nice. And it's important to get the guilds in. The guilds bring all the players. This thing's going to launch with freaking 400,000 players right off the bat with how many guilds I've seen. All those players, all that stuff, all that action brings more and more people. No one wants to come play a game that doesn't have a bunch of players involved. All those guilds, they bring the players. Massive amounts of players and scholarships and people they teach that they are, know what they're doing. Here's someone built this bot. That's a pure green one. That's a military one. As far as I know, Xoil Wars aims to make a long-term sustainable economy. One critical aspect of that is having skins for our reward token Xoil, such as minting fighting bots, upgrading buildings, and more in the future. Yeah, you need a lot of different use cases for your coins, no doubt. This thing looks super, super rare and way out of my league. Probably multiple Ethereum for that one. Who's ready to play Rebel Bots? I just bought another Kingdom Lord. Nice. Here's some different lands they got going. All of these looking nice. And this was some sort of giveaway where you were guessing. Thank you to all the people who submitted their ideas for our Exolium environments. From one of our combination of your amazing suggestions, we have decided on the names. We will reveal each one soon. Hint, each one has a robot space themed name. And this guy's just talking about what a better game this is going to be over at Axie. It's land name reveal time, Rebels. First one is Asimov's Ridge. Asimov's author book I, Robot, and the 3 Laws of Robotics. A lot of deep lore, a lot of good stuff. Let's keep going here. Skill guilds at Rebel Bots unfold collaborative work. There's one more guild joining. There's so many guilds that have joined us, it's nuts. Our next environment is called Plasma Plains. Rebel Bots and Turtle Crown. Let's see. Partnership announced. Rebels pleased to announce Triple Crown TGA to the bot farm. One of the largest Peg Axie guilds is ready to join us in glorious battle on planet Exolium. Nice. Hello, Liberty. We have some more exciting news. A new game has been added to our GameFime investment, and that's by Liberty Gaming. They have 29,000 followers. A lot of guilds in here. Our next environment is called Talos Terra, adding Rebel Bots to our guild, and this is Gladiator Guild. They have 400, they're a small little tiny guild, it looks like. Thanks for the excellent support and during the purchase. For now, 4 lords, and will buy the lands of their kingdoms for scholarships, which is what I plan to do, is try to buy a bunch of lands in the I'll buy lands wherever and flip them, sell them, do all sorts of stuff. But I want to get a bunch of lands that are underneath my lords, obviously. Check out our new updated home screen with some final game icons. Did you notice the statue in the middle? That's right here with the guy's number above that. The statue's hands will go up and display your rank every time you get back to your base after a battle. Nice. Partnerships announced. Rebels, please welcome Skill Guilds. Nice. Another guild. 46,000 followers. Rebel Bots. Attention to all rebels. Come join us and bring your questions to the next AMA, where we will be chatting about all the upcoming land sale. And the land sale is coming pretty soon. I believe that's this next announcement up here we're getting to. Important info for RebelBot holders. Wallet snapshot will be taken in a few days prior to the land sales. Wallets which hold a RebelBot will be airdropped one plot of land from their own kingdom. That comes with 3 battle bots, each plot of land. Partnership. Rebels is pleased to announce Talus Afterglow, another guild, only 9,000 followers. Our next environment is called Bronze Canyon. Looks something like that. Gear up for the Xoil's land sale. One to play to earn May 16th. We watch our land sale for the player NFT sets, and I definitely want to be getting a bunch of these lands. I think they're going to be well worth it, but you know, having some of the Genesis Rebel bots is important too. But if you had bought them on launch, you'd be selling them now for like, you know, 5 times what you bought them for, or more, 10 times, sometimes 20 times, depending on the rarity. So getting into these lands, I'm not sure like what the rarity and all that stuff is going to be, but you know, historically so far these guys have really taken care of anyone who purchased early. So I definitely want to be getting into this. 0.025 ETH, you'll get 1 land NFT and 3 fighting bots that is payable in USD equivalent stable coin. There's all that. Currently 55,000 followers. These guys have got it going on. Last but not least, let's go over and take a look at the people who, you know, at the this stuff. Overwolf, that is a big gaming guild, right? Let's click on that real quick. The Guild for In-Game Creators. Welcome to the all-in-one platform creating, sharing, and monetizing in-game apps and models. These guys are totally partnered here. That's good. One of the biggest major partners. Ubisoft. It doesn't get any bigger. This is one of the biggest gaming. I mean, obviously Activision or, you know, some Microsoft or something that big. But other than that, this is a big major player, and this is one of the main reasons that I am going so heavy into this. Is not just all the guilds that see the same things that I'm seeing, but the fact that they're backed by Ubisoft, and these guys have, you know, got their backs for building, for maintaining the game, because it's easy to create a game. It's harder to maintain, keep building game, bringing interest in, dealing with the tokenomics. And the tokenomics here, they're not actually style. They actually are a lot smarter than that. But, you know, still same type of thing. Getting in early is your best bet. Animoca Brands also now backing. This is new. This wasn't on the site a week ago. So this is, you know, a brand new partnership, driving digital property rights via NFTs and gaming to build the open metaverse. So major players involved, and all that is good stuff. So I showed you how to come to Rarity Tools, type in all the, you know, find out where your ranking is. You go to the white paper and see what you get for each of those rankings, right? Let's go back to that. That is on page 7. It's right here. And your rankings, where you are, determines your priority to land, how much percentage you get. So this one here, he's in the 4,000 rankings, right? So RB Rarity Max, RB Rarity Minimum. So he is between 4,000 and 5,000. And so he gets all this, 10%. Beautiful. That looks good to me. So your rarities between your 4s and your 5s are all about the same. So let's go ahead and purchase this guy here. It's very simple. We're on OpenSea. I have my MetaMask on Ethereum. We've got it linked in right here. We could find out a little bit of information about him. Come down to the bottom. He has never been bought, sold, or anything. He was minted, transferred to a wallet, and this is the very first time 3 days ago that this bot has ever come up for sale. I like the jacket. I think if you're a rebel bot, you should, you know, be into some anarchy stuff. You're a rebel, for goodness sake. Cyberpunk bot, right? So we're going to go for this one here. This is currently 1,221 because the whole market has tanked. But, you know, about a half ETH, 0.43. And I imagine this will be worth a lot more than that. I got some serious airdrops coming, all that good stuff. So we're on Ethereum. We're going to press buy now. It's that simple. Rebel bots. Do you want to purchase this bot for 0.43 ETH? By checking that, you're going to do that. There we go. It should knock my wallet down, asking me to, you know, confirm. Check the address, OpenSea, that's where we're going. Now, I recommend always, well, you know, OpenSea only does like 24-hour confirmations now, but I still recommend going in and clearing, you know, after you purchase, go ahead and clear your everybody that you have, especially OpenSea. You know, they've had a lot of problems. So if you come in here afterward and you put connected sites, go in there and disconnect the your rebel bots. Okay, so now I have 3 rebel bots. I have one that has the lowest ranking of all time. I have now this guy in the 4,000s. I have another bot that's like in the 6,000s, and I'm gonna let it sit there. Hopefully, after the airdrop, which I believe is they said on May 16th, that all the prices of these might tink down a little bit, and I'll pick up a couple more there. But as it is, I'm gonna sit with these 3 bots and let it ride. I'm super stoked. I think this is awesome. A great way to, you know, get in early. Not as early as the people who were buying them at 0.02, right? I mean, those guys killed it. All right, this is a super long video. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Crypto music, gonna catch you guys on the flip. Hope you have a heck of a great day. Hope you liked this video. Hope you're excited about this game. And I guess you must be if you watched this whole damn thing, weren't you? Anyway, appreciate you. Give me a subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, too. Appreciate it. Out.